everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Space Engineers. Excuse me, choking. Woo! It has been a minute, or it feels like it's been a minute. I think I say that every time. Anyways, welcome back to another episode, and welcome back to the Pawn Strider. So, a couple things last time. Where's my buttons? There we go. I messed with some audio. Hopefully the voice audio has gotten a little bit better. We're going to relocate this bad boy here. We're gonna put it where's that guy at? He's should be right there. So I don't know if it was recommended to me that I potentially move this to a place that makes it a little bit more symmetrical across from the other one. So that's what we're gonna do. Let's see how that looks. And then we're going to make sure we rename this thing to, what are we naming it to? We're going to call it, we want to call this, pond. Not pong, good grief, Strider. Alrighty. So, last time on Spaceball Z, we did a little base construction, got these things built out, and started to lay out what I thought was going to be the platform for this thing. I think I have an idea about how to correct that, but I wanted to give some shoutouts real quick. Neo said the audio was perfect this last time, so and then Chad said that the voice audio, I think, was still a little quiet, but everything else was good. So, Neo, thanks for that. Chad, I'm gonna see if I can pump up the volume a little bit. It looks like I'm hitting a little bit higher into the peaks with my current volume, so we'll see how that kind of shakes out. David Ashwood said he suggested potentially setting up a PAM miner. I'm going to go ahead and move this guy out of my way while we're talking. Setting up a PAM miner to sort of, what do you call it? I didn't mean to press T. Dope. Anyways, setting up, oh, that's not going to work. Is it going to work? It should work, but it seems to be... Okay, so just setting up a PAM miner to potentially ferry like materials and stuff like that. And we're also going to take a quick nap, get some daylight going. Yeah, so setting a PAM miner to ferry materials from each of the sites over to the main base for constructions and stuff like that. And I think I'm probably not going to use a PAM script, but I do want to attempt playing with some of the AI blocks and maybe building some like flyers to cart stuff for us. What else? So added some asymmetrical stuff. We got that taken. This was a suggestion of Chad to potentially put this over there to kind of spread out the silhouette. He also was suggesting maybe putting this on a hinge, this block right here on a hinge, these two, so that it folds up and folds down. I'm not going to do that today, but that is something I'm going to think about. I want to, because I might have to bring this down a little bit in order to get it to the fold I want, or set the tolerance maybe. So we will, not totally against that idea, but we're going to see about it. Oh, you know what? It's Lord Chaos that was talking about moving the antenna thing. He's the one who suggested relocating the antenna to give it kind of a different vibe. So, being said, also, let's see. Boop, boop. I'm just doing some coloring real quick of this stuff because I want it to look a little dustier. And then maybe, I was thinking, I kind of like the, is it heavy rust? Well, I think the heavy rust is a little bit too rusty, but you know, that could be cool for like a little flavor. Give it some design, stuff like that to kind of, to play with. So, anyways, Chad, I think, was talking about like the paint job being more asymmetrical, maybe having like off-center stripes, stuff like that. So, that might be something we get to, do a little more design on it a little bit later. But what I want to do today, what I was thinking about today, is I want to kind of correct this. I'm going to see if I can't fix the way I want this to look. And I think part of the problem, and Chad also suggested, that maybe I put, let's see if I can get this welded out. To potentially, so a couple of different things. Man, I'm really not able to multitask in my brain right now. So one of the things that was suggested that I could try to do would be to essentially where the way my miner, or the way the pads work, Chad was talking about how it is a thing with Space Engineers, how the grids don't always line up exactly how we want them to. Um, in that sometimes, like large grid and small grid, they just don't really sync up properly. And with a standard rover, and that's true, it's 100% true. And with a standard rover, one of the things you can do is you can set your suspension height offset so that when you run into these issues, when you run into an issue where it doesn't feel like, I gotta see how big this needs to be. So we're gonna go to here. I just want to see what this looks like. Um, anyways, with the standard rover, what happens is you can height offset everything, and when you height offset, typically what that allows for, um, it allows for you to raise and lower the vehicle to some degree, and that can be very useful, right? Because if, like, let's say for instance, let's say you're like 3 meters off from getting your connector to connect it properly, what you can do is you can get stuck. You can lower the height of your vehicle and kind of you can lower the height of your vehicle and sort of give yourself a better threshold, so to speak. And with that threshold, you should, in theory, be able to like get it lined up perfectly and it not be so janky. And so that's just one of the things that that's one of the things that can happen. And so without a rover, obviously, it's not as easy, right? The problem is that um, you can't lower it on a hovercraft because you're using the vehicle as a you're using things not as intended, right? That's kind of the main gist of it. So let's see. I just want to see. I don't think this is wide enough, guys. We're gonna try it though. We're gonna give it the chutzpah, and we're even gonna use our proper camera so that we give it the chutzpah as it were properly. Oop, oop, oop. There we go. Give it the beans. A little bit of beans. Oh, there we go. Look at that. That is bouncing a lot. This is what happened last time, by the way. Remember I said that the thing behaved really, really awkwardly on this material. Yeah, look at that. This is fun. This is fun, right? So I think the problem is this thing just cannot be on a platform. That's what I think. Based on the way the wheels are working, it feels like this is just not going to work. Which is weird. I've had a hovercraft on a device before like this, and I don't recall having this weird bounce issue. I really don't. I don't. So this is a behavior that I was not expecting. And for some reason, I can't even get up on it. Get down. Oh, because probably that. So let's turn that friction all the way down. Does it just automatically start bouncing? Like, what if I kill the power to this thing? Oh yeah, look at this. What the hell? All right, so that that is why we're not doing this. That's why this can't happen. So that's obnoxious to say the least. So I'm gonna crank this up all the way. I just need to have 100% and a 0% button, I think. That is going to be a problem for another day. So I wanted to see about potentially building this platform up, but as you can see, that is not something that's going to happen. So the other thing that Chad mentioned, I think it was Chad. Did you? I can't remember. Ah, yes. Chad also suggested, he mentioned the build and repair mod. I do love me some, I have a tendency to call it Bob, thanks to Shaq. Thanks a bunch, Captain Shaq, XP Gamers. But I also call it Barb because build and repair that comes out to Barb. I don't know, just something I do. Anyway, So because I call it barb, I have a tendency to think of it as barb. And I do love the mod. I think it's a spectacular addition, especially when you have tons of stuff to build. But that being said, I don't think it's necessary currently. Um, but I will say, so everybody knows, I was having some issues with the auto ore pickup mod. I've uninstalled and reinstalled that, and it seems to have cleared the problem out, but it was giving me basically an error on startup. Why am I unable to place right there? That's very odd. Oh, I bet you there's a block there that I didn't know about. Yep, sure enough, there is. Look at this. Um, so I am sort of in a... I reloaded that. I added a paint gun mod. I have not built a paint gun yet. We'll probably do that together at some point when we need to paint something. Oh, come on. Work. There we go. I added the paint gun mod, and I went ahead and added in build and repair. I'm not going to use it right away, I don't think. I think my plan is going to be to kind of keep doing what I've been doing. That's not the right thing I want. So I haven't added in. I've added in build and repair, but I'm not going to build it yet, and that's primarily just because I want to be able to. I want to weld some of this stuff out. I do think it's a great mod though, like auto building, and I think I could put myself a limit where I only have one per stationary object, or maybe even leave it on walk mode only, so it only stays to the grid it's attached to, as opposed to fly mode where it can fly within a fairly large box region. So that is kind of my thoughts right now on the build and repair. I do enjoy it. I think I do think it's an excellent addition. I do enjoy, like, it helps, especially when you're melting out massive stuff. I'm gonna rename this hover connector because I messed it up. Let's see if it still lines up, and then we'll go about our business and see what we're gonna do. Does anybody know? That'd be a great scroll wheel thing if I could turn the friction on as a scroll wheel thing. All right, let's just scoot on back, break on two to the other side, as it were. Oh yeah, see, that's not gonna... I had it one out specifically because this is what happens. It's just not high enough the way, and the problem, I guess part of the problem is, so one of the things that also happened, in addition to me, where's my tube? One of the things that happened is I also, I built this in a weird position, so I'm on this hill, which normally I don't mind, but because I'm trying to dock up a thing, it's just a whole obnoxious deal. I think the next step, what I could potentially do, is I could find a place to park the rover, and then I could just have up overhead a connector that drops down via piston that I can set to the perfect height so that it so that it just comes down on top, and I can just point this up, and then it comes down and hooks on like a little trailer hitch. That may be an idea to kind of get exactly what I want to do. So, but for now, we're just gonna stick back with this wonky thing that doesn't want to do exactly what I want it to do, and that's okay. But I plan another server somewhere where I'm crouched. I was like, why am I moving so slow? Plan another server where, like, I have a hover parked on a thing and it doesn't seem to cause this issue, but here we are. Alright, what else did we suggest? Oh yeah, more girder lights. That was another suggestion. Let's see if we can't get... No, blast. I did it again, guys. I did it again. Red and clean. There we go. What color do we want these to be? Let's do... Why am I still moving so slow? Is it... I am walking. Why am I walking? There we go. Okay, alright. Truss lights. Maybe here? Oh, I don't like putting stuff in that view. Let's do... here, and we can do... here. then we can go into here and do truss. I think all 4 of these bad boys could be. Let's tone them a little bit down so they're not quite as intense. Give them a 5. Give them a 1.5. Give them a 1. Do we want them to blink? Nah, we don't want them to blink. I think that should be good. That should be plenty good. All right, now let's do some base layout. This is what we were actually gonna get on here to do today. Let me go over to my cargo container. Upstairs, down here. Oh, you know what else I wanted to do while we're at it? Oh, it's there. Okay, number 6. What do we got? We got. I can. Oh, speed modules. Get this thing cooking, you know? That should be good for now. I don't think we need to do too much more than that. Alrighty, now we can officially come over to this storage unit, drop off all our stuff. And what do we want? We want some steel plates, and we want some. Oh, I grabbed too many of those. Some of these guys here. We can probably place this gun, this ammo, and this guy here. I don't need to carry those about. And then we can start. Let's see. Oh, I actually wanted to see if I paint this color, right? And then we go back to, all right, so that changes, did that change the direction of it? I wonder if it does. All right. So we go back to this color and we paint it. No, it doesn't. Okay. So we have to make a decision. Do I want the floor to be made of this texture or do I want to leave it this texture? I feel like, what do I feel like? I feel like something. I don't know what I feel like.
Inventory full.
Ah, come on. Well, fine. I'll just, and then I can take this back. Okay, so I'm thinking, oh, it's gonna bother me if this isn't all matching, but this is gonna be covered up. So is it gonna be covered up? I believe the outside wall is this wall. Yeah, so it's gonna be covered up. So we're gonna stick with this texture for right now. We're gonna do that. I don't know that I 100% agree with it, but we're gonna do it. And we're gonna go up. Oh, did I place that right? Oh no, I haven't even placed them all the right that direction. Blast, guys, what are we doing?
Inventory full.
Okay. Well, if we're gonna execute, we might as well execute to the highest ability. Alright, so alright, so we want the lines facing which direction? Alright, so these lines go horizontal, and what I'm looking at is these lines here. So horizontal, 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 vertical, you're wrong. Get out of here. Horizontal, horizontal, horizontal. These 2 blocks are wrong. We're not going to talk about it right now. We're just going to pretend we don't see it. We'll fix this one. Alright, and then, so we can just return these here, 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 and then here, here. Perfect. It's as if it never happened, right, guys? Never happened. Nobody saw a thing. Okay. I think that's enough room for the production facility, in my opinion. And that's really all that matters, is my opinion. So, well, it's not true. Your opinions matter. I care. I care about door. I want a door of some sort. What kind of door do I want? Actually, I believe it's called a garage. Is it? No. Hangar? Nope. What is that door called? Anybody know? Anybody? Bay? Door. Come on, I can't remember. In one of the expansions, there's a door, and it's not frostbite. Oh, it is frostbite, and it is called the gate. Of course it is. The gate. I want a gate. Why do I want a gate? I just feel like a gate feels cool. So we're gonna do a gate, and I don't have the blocks to build this, so we're gonna bop. Oh, I just colored this thing again. I swear it's gonna be the death of me, my friends. Gate. Beautiful. Let's dump all our stuff into that. Let's go ahead and weld You up. Okay, let's make a lot of noise. Burp, burp. Burp, 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 burp. Oh, he probably wants the rest of this stuff. Okay. Oh, and I'm welding the wrong things, guys. I know. Happens. It does happen that way. This is why Bob would be a good idea. Or Barb. This is why Barb would be a good idea because, well, Barb would be welding this for me. And then I wouldn't be, you know, doing what I'm doing. You know what I need? I need an access hole that's not just way up here. Also, I feel like I could have, and probably should have, moved that LCD to right there. Anybody else think that? I'm pretty sure everyone agrees with me that that would have been a great idea. Really? Oh, I have an access hole right there, dum-dum. Alrighty, we're welding, folks. So, my idea, I want to have a little production facility, which is what we kind of got going on right here. And then I want to have... What else do I want to have? I want to have... And then I'm going to do living quarters. We're going to go down into the living quarters section. That's going to be our next little place. But I like the idea of having a big hangar door as the living quarters area. Maybe it's cuckoo. I don't know. You guys think it's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs? We don't know. Anybody eat Cocoa Puffs as a kid? That's a thing, right? People love Cocoa Puffs. I love Cocoa Puffs. I love cereal. Cereal doesn't agree with me. Cereal doesn't love me, but I love cereal. It is delicious and not nutritious in the slightest, but I do love it. I need this. So there we go. I think what we're gonna do, we may need to. We're gonna expand this one more block. So you're gonna go here. Perfect. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Oh yeah. Here, this guy's parts. And I don't know why I'm doing interior. I used to always just build with stone blocks, like steel, just regular light armor. And I watched a video a long time ago that said something about interior blocks are cheaper for production, or are cheaper for starting out. And I think maybe it means that like an interior plate takes less iron than say like one steel plate, maybe. But like, I don't know, or did it mean that the block itself is cheaper to produce? So, I'm not sure. I'm not sure which one of those it is. I think it's one of them, though. So that is what it is. Anyway, so here we are. Well then. And I was trying to think. Oh, and I also wanted to say, sorry guys. So in addition, so I added the paint mod. I went ahead and added Bob to the list as far as building the nanobot build and repair on the playlist. That mod and a link to it is there. And then I'm trying to make sure that I put a link to the game. So if you're a new time person, never seen Space Engineers, or you're just like, what the heck is this thing this guy's playing? I have posted a link to it so that you can go check out Space Engineers. Steam Summer Sale is here, so protect your wallets at all costs. But yeah, basically the sale is going on. The heat is on, as it were. And so you are very likely to be hit with the costs, the big time costs. So if you're not careful, we're gonna go ahead and move this down. I like it. Oh, Careful. And I'm gonna place that back 5. Let's see if it's easier to read here. It may not be. It may be just as awful as it was.
Energy low.
Oh, shush. Energon. Alright, why is this? There we go, it's online. Okay, and then what do we call? Oh yeah, we gotta name this thing, remember? We call it LCD auto crafting. I really should have looked at this before I tore it down, huh? Should have. I didn't, but I should have. That's not it. Oh yeah, no, that worked. Oh, that's still awful. Let's see if we can't fix that text color. Maybe something a little less awful. Oh, this is like the highlight color. Great googly moogly, that's bad. Oh yeah, that's no color. Yay, we did it. How's that? That's easier to read. Yeah, that's not the worst thing in the world. All right, good job. So, we got some blocks we need to weld down there. Why didn't anybody tell me? I should be able to just pop up right here and go shibby. And there you go. Get this welded up. Oh no, this block's wrong too. I'm gonna fix it. You knew I was going to. You knew I was gonna fix both of these blocks. It had to happen.
Inventory full.
Oops, inventory. Energon full. So they're supposed to be faced this way, right? If we do that. No, this is... In theory, they should all be faced this way. Okay. Where'd those blocks go? There you go. Highest execution of silliness. That's my goal. Ah! Back it up. Of course it's wrong. You know what? I should just tear them down all the way and make sure that I'm putting it in right before. Just gonna do it. We're just gonna assume the worst or the best in that. Maybe one. Maybe this is the best that we're assuming and not the worst. I don't know. We're assuming the work needs to be done, and thus we're doing it. We're doing the job. Energon low. Thank you, Susan. Look, I bet you this one's wrong too, but I'm gonna see. That's why we just pull it down. And then 9. And then what I want to do, I don't like how floaty this looks, so I'm gonna do a thing. We're gonna see how this looks and see if I like it, but I think I will. So, just cause like, oh look, this single block holding the weight of all of this stuff. Come on, that's not realistic. I mean, this is a game that's not realistic, but that's not the point here, right? I mean, it's more realistic than other games, but the point is that it's not. I don't know what the point is. Someone comment down below if they know what the point is. It's not me, I don't. Oh, that's not the right thing. Light. Oh, let's do round. There we are. This is the actual. Oh, that's heavy. Gross. I mean, not gross. That's not the right term, but you get it. We're gonna do. I like this idea of this green, and we're gonna do it battered. What's this look like? Oh yeah, that'll be good. Like it's holding it up, right? It's the weight of the world is on this thing's shoulders. Oh my gosh, I am struggle bussing it. I like the idea. I like the way these types of pillars look. They're just more robust. I mean, the cylinders and stuff that you can get is good, but like, I don't know. There's just something about big old chonky boy foot holding the edge of this up. I think it looks good.
Energy critical.
I know, Energon's critical. I'm going upstairs right now, Susan. Good grief. I think it's faster to recharge in a bed than it is to... It feels faster. Maybe. Okay, so it's going up about 10 a tick. So 1, 2... Okay, this is a little faster. Only just though. I mean, we're talking split-haired seconds here, right? This is not that much faster. All right. I've just done welding. This episode has been me welding up these dumbbell. Oh, I didn't grab the parts I needed. There we go. Whee. Does that look good? All right, I think we need another set of blocks, right? Yeah, we do. Dang it, I just dyed the whole thing. I've got to get better about that. Remember, we're executing to the highest degree. I know. Oh, that's not right. I know that no one's going to see this block but me. But I will see this block, and that means it needs to be right. Oh, I should have welded this one before I... Am I stuck? Nope, I'm stuck. Ah! I'm stuck. Good grief. That was dumb. What a dumb problem to have. Beautiful. Ah! Alrighty. Alrighty, we did it. Let's see what that looks like just from the... Yeah, see, it just gives it some heft. Makes it look like it's actually standing on something. Alright, so I want to do... All I want to do is a zoom zoom and a boom boom. So I need some of those. Let's grab a couple of those bad boys. Okay. And what do we think? We're going to do 7. That's what we're going to do. We're going to go bop, 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 bop. Perfect. And then I want to see some... Perfect. And then 9. And this is where we can choose not to have that same pattern. So we're going to do this pattern. Actually, we're just going to go 1, 2, 3. I like that. And then there's got to be a better interior block somewhere that I want to use. So let's see. Let's do interior. And we don't technically currently need the heat vents. Isn't there an interior block that this will work? Maybe this guy will look different. What do we want on the floor? That's a good panel. That's too much. I like the lighting on this one, so we're going to do that. 4, 2, 3, 4. And then I think we do another row of each of these. And you know what I don't build? I always build the floor plan out first, right? Which is comical because I build the floor plan and never a roof. But like I probably ought to, you know, maybe a roof's a good idea. So we're gonna do this guy here. I like this. This is gonna be interesting. I never know how to connect these hallways. Like, do I build the thing across or do I just, let's find out. I guess the answer is we'll see. This is going to be an excellent use because I'm not painting any of this currently. And I think so that we're not just sitting here welding this whole time, maybe I show you guys how build and repair works. And then we'll see that's what we're going to do. We're going to see how build and repair works. Well, it's not that you guys don't know how build and repair works. I will show you what it kind of looks like to see how this stuff welding up. And then we're going to need some walls. Oh, will this work? Let's see. Let's find out. No, it's not going to work the way I wanted it to. I really wanted this to be like this, but in order to do that. So, no, that this could still work. Let's see what this looks like. We're going to give it a go. Ah! Because this will be a lot to weld up if we don't use L. Oh, build and repair. I already can tell I don't like this. We're gonna keep executing, but I don't think I like it. Hmm. Let's see, it's raining, it's foggy. What do we got? The fog and the rain. There's a song in there somewhere, like a John Denver song. The fog and the rain. Is that what John Denver sounds like? I don't know. I thought I'd like the way this looks, but I am starting not to like the way this looks. And I think, actually, this is part of the problem. And there's not a block that's going to fix that right there, I don't think. We're going to find out here in a second, but... I just want to see what this is going to... Nope, I already don't like it. Three, 4, 5. Nope, that's not going to work. I don't know why I would need this big old gateway to go into my house, but I think it's kind of like that anyway. So I like part of it. Let's see this. What is this window? What do we got here? What is this? I wish I could remember the garage thing, by the way. I never will, but I kind of wish I could. Oh no, that's not going to do what I want it to. But what about this? Will this do what I want it to? Does not look like it. No. All blocks. What about this? Does this have what I want? I'm gonna grab a couple of these bad boys and see what is what. After I grab some more juice. The juice is loose. I think I need girders, and I'm almost positive we don't have any girders produced, because why would we have girders produced? So, give me 100 girders, not you, get out of here. Survival kid, you're breaking my heart. Alright, let's go see what this looks like. And then we have to add the girders. Okay, so I thought we said you're out of here. You're out of here. Get out of here, kid. Get out of here. 4. Okay, so this window could potentially... It would look like that, though. And that looks not bad. Not great. See, because the thing is always going to be a thing. Although, what if we did... Because it kind of gives it an armored feel. Maybe let some light in, but not too much light. Or 5. We got this kind of window. New curves. Little curvy boys, and I could... No, I don't like it. But we have the slant. And these could also be... No, because that's going to be just rows of that. That's wonky. No, we could cut it inward like that and just make it a... Nah, I don't like it. So it's not this. This isn't the jam. What about you? Are you the jam? How do we feel about that? Do we feel? I don't know if I. Ah, crud. 2, 3, 3. You know what? I don't. Uh, where'd the other one go? Right there. Okay. Ooh, I can go right out the hole. Yeah, holes. Doot doot. 2, 3. I don't. I think here's my primary problem. I don't like this is this there is fine. There is fine, but here I didn't like it. I don't like the way we're gonna attempt to bring this block down to a different. What if we do that? And then nope, that's not gonna work. But what about that? Will that work? Okay, okay, I don't hate it. I don't hate it. And then that. And then we come over here, we go chop chop chop, and we do this. This guy here, up there. What about that? Now we got this weird box-shaped thing. Doesn't make a lot of sense. It's kind of wonky, and I don't know that I like it. I hurt myself. That's good. That's good. This is obviously completely open and useless. Not useless, but not useful either. Put that block there. That block there. That makes that. At least this is encapsulated. And then what if we did? What if we did 4? Is there a... No, there's not. That's not what I want. I don't like it. I simply do not like it. What about this guy? Do I like this guy? I don't know if I like this guy either. This guy does not seem like the guy that I like as well. Half window inverted. Okay, so what if we just did like a row of like bop, 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 like 2 of those? Nah, I don't like it. I do not like it. What else do we got? What other windows do we got for options? This is clearly not the window we're looking for. These are not the droids we're looking for. What about this one with the bar? Make it look like we're in a prison? Nah, we're not in a prison. That's not gonna work. I wish I could stick it out there. I want it to be on the other side. Like, that looks dumb. Maybe this? How do we feel about that? No, we don't like it. The input process. It's terrible. It's quite terrible. Okay. So then let's do... I actually just had a thought that this is probably not going to be our living quarters, and I'll explain that thought here in a minute. Let's do you, and you, and you. Okay. So what if we do that? 5. And then 4. Alright. And then, what directions are those? Did I place those? Anybody have any ideas? This would be 5, I think, and then 4. I think I just did the exact same thing that I did on that side. But that'll enclose that. And I think this is going to be the med room. That's what I think. I think that's what's going to happen here. Initially, I was like, nah, I'm not going to do a med room like this. But that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to... Let's get jiggy with it. Na. Medical. And I like the new one. I really like the new med room. I think it looks better, like from a... And I also like that the connection port is not stuck on the bottom. The old one, that was the biggest problem with the old one, right? Is that it had to be stuck on the bottom. So if we place this guy right here... Oh, you know what? That's not going to work, though. Because if we're going to place it right there, I need to kill that thing. And I need to do one of these guys. We'll just do a conveyor. That's fine. And... Boom, boom, boom. Perfect. I know I don't have the medical components for this, and I'm not going to for some time, but I can at least pretend. And pretending is half the battle. Or something. I don't know. Is pretending half the battle? I have no idea. What is half the battle? Wait, knowing's half the battle. The other half of the battle is extreme violence. You heard it here first. And let's see, what are we at? I think this might be it, kids. This might be all we can do, because I'm not going to have the 15 medical components, but I can do everything but. So, it's going to be it. We're going to have a med room here. I may put like a bed for observation so that, like maybe, let's see what other medical stuff there is. We're going to go to a new bar real quick. We're going to do medical. They've got a cool station that I don't actually think does anything, but we can see how that looks. We can definitely put down a sign. Need a sign. Gotta have a sign. What else? Beds. Maybe like... This bed always looked creepy to me, by the way. Never been a big fan of it. Try an inset bed, see what that looks like. Maybe one of these wall beds. I don't know. See what all that looks like. And then we're gonna need some tables. Probably. Table, seat. Maybe. Desk, maybe is what I'm looking for. Isn't there like a desk? Let's see. This guy will be good. Maybe, I thought there was a whole, like, desk, like, decoration set. Am I losing my mind here? Like, you could scroll through it, you know, like, blah, 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 kind of go through all the things. Definitely need some plants. Or I bet you the plant thing's the thing that... Oh, is it this? Nope, it's not that. Man, I'm just all over the map, guys. Oh, probably need a toilet, right? Gonna need, or do we want like just one out in the open? Like just a in the middle of the room poop toilet? Nah, we probably don't want that. Alright, so this is gonna be our decoration room here, and then maybe an armory? I don't know, we'll figure it out. But I think that's gonna be it for this one, guys. I think we just are gonna round this out. I kinda like the way this looks. Obviously I haven't started welding. I have to think about the roof and how we're gonna fill it in. I like the idea. It may just be, we may just like slag some boxes up here. And the reason for that would be, oh gosh. The reason we want to do this is specifically to keep the sun out, and then we can have a place to put lights. And maybe even, oh, yep, I just had an idea. Beautiful. So, put some lights in here. We're going to do the light panels so it feels like a room, and we'll go ahead and do that now. Light panel, where's that at? Panel. Panel lights, what do these require? They require construction components. Grab a couple of those. I probably don't need 100, but that's okay. And then we're gonna try to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, where else? 12, 13. I think that is going to be very well lit. It'll be nice and medical in here. I don't know why we have this giant door for the med bay, but we do. We can close ourselves in. No one will get in. This is so we can quarantine. I'm like, ooh, you're sick. Get out of here, you grode. You grode. Get out of here. Anyways, that's my plan. I think what I might do, probably to the recommendation as was suggested by chat, I might actually pop on build and repair, and we will see how this looks. I know one problem that we're going to have with this is we need to, oh, who knew that was a place I could fall into? One problem we may end up having will be not having air in here, but that's okay. We don't need an air vent. Nobody needs to breathe. That's a luxury, guys. It's a luxury. Anyways, that's going to be it for today. We might try out the build and repair, and I will go through kind of the setup for that next time, I think, is what we're going to do. Yeah, I think that's coming a long way. I need a better screenshot for the vids, for the tubes. So let me work on getting one of those. On this one, we did some base action. We're building out our med room, and then off of this one, maybe we can have a wing that comes where I'm facing, a wing that comes off, and that'll be the personal room, so I can look out and stare at my rover and how beautiful it is, how beautiful we created this child of ours. Anyway, if any of that happens, you guys will see it here first, and once again, I appreciate everybody commenting down below. You guys' comments have been great. I enjoy reading and interacting. You guys are super awesome. Like, share, subscribe. Get somebody interested in space engineers. Bore your girlfriend with all the details. Whatever you need to do, you do it. Smash the bell button. You won't miss an episode. Sorry I was late last Friday. That won't happen again, I promise. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great afternoon, and I will catch you later, taters.